What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about Power Book 4 Force, Season 1, Episode 9. This is the recap. And I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points in this episode. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. And man, it's about to go down, y'all. The war is about to get real crazy in the next episode. Y'all saw in this episode your boy D-Mac, he got popped, but he gonna be alright. D-Mac gonna be alright. The truth is finally out. JP knows that D-Mac is his son. On top of that, Walter Flynn made sure that his family was going to be going up against Tommy Egan at all costs. Yes, he wants to take down the Serbs, but he wants to make sure Tommy is out of the picture. And of course, he did not tell his family the truth about Tommy not being a part of the hit. Walter's a straight up liar. All he wants to do is control the family. The sad thing is, once the truth does come out, his kids, they're going to be very upset at him, especially your girl Claudia, because she knows deep down inside, at least earlier on in the episode, she felt like, man, he has something to do with this, or at least he's not telling the full truth. Tommy does not have anything to do with the Serbs hitting Vic or whatever, and Claudia understood that, but once she saw Tommy talking to Mirkovic, she said, you know what, maybe Pops is telling the truth. So that kind of hit a switch in her head, which kind of pissed me off, because I'm thinking like, why are these guys even outside talking in broad daylight? Like, really? I mean, I believe they just put that in there to make it more interesting, to make it seem like Tommy was actually, plotting and planning on Vic before he got hit. As I told you guys in my quick thoughts, early impressions, I mean, it's going to make things more intense, but we know the truth will come out eventually. Walter Flynn is trying to, live behind this lie that Tommy was setting them up and he's been working with the Serbs the whole time. I mean, that's a flat out lie. And eventually, he going to get what he got coming. Trust me, it's going to come. And I cannot wait until they all find out the truth that Walter, he really wanted Gloria out of the picture. Remember in the last episode, he told Paulie to call off the whole hit on Gloria. We know that was his true intention. So, of course, Gloria getting taken out, he didn't really care about it. Deep down inside, the dude is probably just happy. I mean, he don't want to see his son hurt, but he's happy that Gloria ain't in the picture and that he can control his family once again. But we know, as Paulie told him earlier on in the season, you don't want to get involved with your kids' love life, trying to control them, because it's not going to end well. And we know this whole war that's about to blow up in the next episode, it's just not going to end well. And I'm pretty sure those guys from Ireland, they're going to be pissed off and probably regretting even coming up in the first place. Trust me, because if you got Tommy Egan and the Serbians teaming up, do you honestly believe Tommy is about to lose? I just cannot see that happening at all. It's going to be a very interesting season finale, and I cannot wait. But let's go over this episode. As I told you guys, I'm going to try to focus on the key points. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. What did we see in episode 9? Now, the episode starts off with Vic in the hospital. Of course, he is still hurt from last week's episode. Gloria is not here anymore. To make things even worse, we got your boy Walter Flynn up here just flat out lying. Yes, the Serbians did it. Vic is telling his pops the Serbians did this hit, and Walter was telling his son, like, look, it ain't just the Serbians. They had some help. Tommy Egan helped them out. And at first, Vic is not believing it. He's like, it's no way. Like, Tommy wouldn't do this. I mean, he doesn't really have a reason to. We know Walter's want to get in his head. He's trying to make his son believe a lie that he is telling, because he wants Tommy out of the picture. But we know this whole lie, it will work for Walter Flynn. He is just going to continue to embed this lie in Vic's head. And as I told you guys in my quick thoughts, early impressions, I guess Vic has short-term memory. Tommy has never crossed him. Tommy's always been upfront and honest, and he tried to help him out. And deep down inside, Vic has to know that Tommy could have easily taken him out. Easily, a long time ago. But he didn't. He allowed him to live. As I told you guys, he even saved him numerous of times. So why would he even do this? On top of that, he tried to help him out, right? So it is what it is. Walter Flynn, I guess this whole game plan is working as of right now until the truth finally comes out. And I cannot wait until that truth comes out. Now we get to your boy D-Mac. Tommy goes to the spot and drops off some money. Of course, D-Mac tells Tommy that the numbers are up 18%. Tommy tells him, like, look, man, you're young still. You don't really have to be doing this. You still have time to change your life. I used to know someone like you that was always in the books or whatever, but that person is dead now. We know Tommy knows a lot of people, or two people that was book smart, right? Of course, Ghost, which he ain't here no more, and your boy Tariq. They was both book smart, and to Tommy, he's looking like, man, this is my nephew. D-Mac is my nephew, so of course, I don't want him in the game like that. This is not what he needs to be doing. So that's why Tommy has that soft spot for D-Mac, which makes a lot of sense. And he tells D-Mac exactly what ends up happening to him at the end of the episode about pretty much, I don't want you to end up doing something where you're going to end up with a bullet. Well, we know in this game, that's exactly what's going to happen. At the end of the episode, that's exactly what happened to D-Mac. But as I told you guys, I believe D-Mac is going to be okay. He should be able to survive, but y'all know how they do in these shows. We got to wait and see how they're going to play it out. Then we get to JP and his pops. JP is telling his pops that he called Kate Egan, let her know that Marion has passed away and that he is her son or whatever, and he knows the truth. Of course, JP is in his feelings. His pops tells him, what did you want your mom to tell you? And he ended up saying that, look, I wanted her to pretty much tell me that she didn't go a day without thinking about me. His pops tells him like, well, maybe she can actually tell you that. Maybe that is the truth. Now, JP is like, look, I'm going to do whatever it takes to be in Darnell's life. I'm going to find my son and make sure I do what I got to do to be around him. And that is his whole game plan. Now, Tommy meets up with Liliana, and she can tell that something is up with Tommy. He's not acting the same way. His body language is kind of weird. And she's like, look, are you good? Tommy says, yeah, I'm good. He wants to make sure that Liliana is going to be going on this drop. And he tells her, do you want me to come with you to make sure that you're good up north? And Liliana is like, nah, I'm good, but thanks for looking out for me, whatever. Do you want a hug? I know a lot of you guys have been saying y'all love the chemistry between Liliana and Tommy, and y'all still think that your boy Tommy gonna clap those cheeks. I mean, I don't know about that, but Liliana, I mean, she is cool. She's been loyal. She did tell Tommy she don't mess with white boys. Tommy did tell her that she ain't really his type, but if Tommy did press the attack on her, I'm pretty sure Liliana will bust it wide open for your boy Tommy. She'll bust it open. That's what I think. Now, after that, they end up talking about Claudia and the drop that she's supposed to be doing. And of course, that's where we get to your girl Claudia. She's in there making love up in the car, having a good old time. But she was about to get it cracking up in there until Walter Flynn calls her and tells her that Vic has been popped and ain't looking too good for him. So now she has to end up leaving. And I already know old girl that was in that car was pissed off. Then we get to your boy Walter, and he's telling her like, look, Gloria is dead. She did not make it. Your boy Vic was covered in blood. He's all in his feelings and ain't looking too good for him. I need you to go tell him that no matter what, family comes together. Now, Claudia, she understands exactly what we understand, that Walter is full of it. She doesn't believe him at first. She's looking at him like, really? Like, I ain't going for that. We already know what your boy Walter Flynn is on. This dude never liked Gloria in the first place. Now, all of a sudden, he wants Claudia to come there to try to ease the pain of her brother. Like, Claudia is so important. Like, look, we know what time it is. All he is trying to do is control all of his kids. He is trying to control the board in order to take complete control of his family. Something that he was struggling with throughout the whole season. And I guess as of right now, throughout this episode, your boy Walter Flynn, he achieved his goal. But we know eventually the truth will come to light. And once that truth does come, it's going to change everything up. Now, Claudia goes to have a conversation with Vic. Vic is telling her that Pops believes that Tommy has something to do with this, that he is working with the Serbians. And once again, Claudia is the voice of reasoning. She's like, look, Tommy is smarter than that. And to be honest, he could have easily taken you out just like that. Why would he do it like this? It makes no sense. What is he going to gain from this? Of course, Vic, he is blindsided. He's like, look, Tommy never liked me anyway. He never respected me. And I'm thinking like, dude, think. He could have already taken you out. He's been doing business with you, Vic. Like, think about that. He stopped talking to Gloria and he left it alone. He tried to help you out, which he ended up telling Claudia. He's like, look, yeah, Tommy gave me another car. He told me that Pops was trying to take down Gloria and I need to get out of Chicago. He told me to take the back route and I was going to be good. Claudia looked at him like, did you listen to him? And he said no, he didn't trust him. Like, really? Like, well, I guess you not trusting him paid off in the wrong way for you. All you had to do was listen. Vic was talking about how Tommy's smart or whatever. You told me he was smart and maybe he had it all plotted and planned out. Look, I mean, I don't know what you were thinking, Vic, but apparently you are confused. Very confused. And Vic tells Walter as soon as he walks up that, look, Claudia doesn't believe that Tommy had anything to do with the whole hit working with the Serbians. And Walter ain't trying to hear any of that. He tells her, look, we're getting ready for war. We are the Flynn family, so it's whether you are with us or against us. And he pretty much puts Claudia in a lose-lose situation because now she's feeling like, man, I'm not really, looking out for my family like that. But at the same time, we know Claudia knows the truth deep down inside that her father can't be trusted and that he is dirty. And she knows based off the past, how he's been acting, that it makes no sense that all of a sudden he wants her to help out, especially when it comes to war. You know what I'm saying? So just look at his behavior. Walter Flynn is doing whatever it takes to control the board. I mean, control his family, right? He wants to make it seem like he's doing whatever it takes for his family and that everything is good. And like, we are all family. We need to come together. We're the Flynns. Like, really? We know what you've been doing. And eventually, as I told you guys, once that truth gets out there, Walter Flynn's going to have a lot of explaining to do. That's if he gets the chance to, and that's if the boy don't get dropped off. But we gonna see. Now, Liliana ends up telling Tommy about the rumor of Vic Flynn getting hit in an ambush. Now, Tommy, he's worried because he's like, man, I wonder if Gloria was with him. Now, Liliana does tell Tommy that Vic is okay. He is alive. And as far as she knows, Gloria was not in the car with him. And of course, she wants to know the details about Gloria and Tommy. Tommy does tell her he used to, clap her cheeks, but nothing more, nothing less. And that he is the one that told Vic to get up out of town. He was trying to protect them and make sure they did not end up getting hit. But we already know Vic did not pay attention to Tommy. All he was trying to do was help him. But now I guess these are the outcomes of not listening. Now, Walter Flynn finally decides to allow his daughter Claudia to come to the table and to be able to go to war and help the Flynn family, go up against the Serbians. And of course, Claudia is like, man, it's crazy that you're doing this. This is all I wanted. We know the reason why Walter was really doing this. He is trying to control his family, and he knows this is Claudia's weakness. This is all she's been wanting for years and years, and finally, he has gave her an opportunity to prove herself, right? And he tells her, like, look, I need you to watch your brother and make sure he stays away from Tommy Egan. And of course, he wants to eliminate Tommy Egan. So once again, he's putting a lot of pressure on Tommy. He is keep mentioning his name, talking about Tommy has something to do with this. Now, your girl Claudia, she is still believing that Tommy did not have something to do with this. And she's not really trusting her pops. You can just tell by the look on her face, like, okay, I'm going to do what you say, but I'm not necessarily trusting all the things that you're telling me because all of a sudden you switching up. Now, Walter has a conversation with Paulie. He is telling him it is time to get ready for this war. Now, Paulie does tell him, like, look, if we go at the Serbians again, man, it's going to be an all-out war and we don't need to be doing this. And at the same time, going up against Tommy, it's entirely too much. Are you sure you really want to do this? Now, Walter tells Paulie, like, look, we're going to call the 4 Horsemen. You know what I'm saying? That's what we going to call. And I'm looking like, okay, so you going to call your boy Ric Flair to the party? You gonna call Arn Anderson to the party? Because that's who you gonna need. But no, he ain't calling them, y'all. He calling the 4 Horsemen of Dublin. He said, you know what? I need Ireland to show up and I need them to show out because I'm not playing around anymore. Your boy Paulie is like, man, I cannot believe this dude is really trying to do this. Now, we get to your boy JP. He tries to call Kate Egan once again. And of course, Kate Egan done disconnected her phone. Who knows where Kate Egan is at? I'm going to tell you right now, knowing Kate Egan, she's probably just going to pop up. We already know this. We know how she operates. And when she does pop up, I already know your boy Tommy is going to be very, very upset. But we going to see. Hopefully in the season finale, we get the conclusion of that storyline. Now, JP does tell Tommy he wants to continue to be working for him. Tommy is like, look, I just wanted you to work for me until you was able to pay off all your bills and catch up and stuff. But that's about it. He doesn't want his brother being a part of this game for a long time. Now, D-Mac and your boy Marshall, they end up squashing their little issues that they had in the past. And of course, Marshall tells D-Mac that CBI, which is Jannard and Blackson, they pretty much cut him out on the whole deal with Cousin Buddy. And he wants to get payback. So D-Mac has come up with a game plan to get Cousin Buddy on their side, and that way they can undercut CBI, which at the end of the day, we know that's going to be a bad move. You don't do stuff like that, but they young and they want to, move up in the game. But we already know it's going to be some consequences for those actions. Now, JP tells Tommy that he called Kate Egan. We saw him do this in the last episode, and Tommy is pissed off. I mean, do we even have to talk about why this is a risk for Tommy? I mean, we already know who Kate Egan is, and we already know what type of danger she's probably going to bring Tommy's way. Tommy don't want nobody from New York coming there messing anything up. On top of that, he definitely does not want to see his mother, Kate. As I told you, hopefully we see her in the next episode. Based off this episode, your boy Tommy, he really lost it. And this is probably the most mad I've seen him at JP the entire show. Now, we get to Bennigan. And Bennigan, he got some issues. His little partner or whatever, he is talking about he needs 50K, or I guess an extra 50K. And he's going to need that by the end of the week. And I'm looking like, really, dude? So Bennigan, yes, you have to figure something out, because if you don't, he's going to keep coming at you trying to get money. He did make threats about his sister going upstate and whatever. And if she goes upstate, it's going to be bad news for her. She's pretty much dead. So now Bennigan is very stressed out, and he's trying to figure out a way, for him to be able to get this money, which we know later on in the episode, he makes a visit to your boy Diamond. Bennigan, you might as well take this dude out. He is a threat to you and your family. You need to get rid of him, plain and simple. Now, the 4 horsemen have arrived. Paulie goes and he picks them up or whatever. And I'm going to tell you right now, they come into town as the 4 horsemen, but I guarantee you they will not leave as the 4 horsemen. I'm going to say probably about 3 of them going to get dropped off in the next episode, because this war with the Serbians, and then you got Tommy Egan involved as well, it's no way all these dudes is making it back to Ireland. It's just not going to happen. What do you guys think? How many of these guys do y'all think gonna get dropped off in next week's episode? Now, Liliana ends up telling Tommy that she has heard a rumor about the Irish mob coming into Chicago. And she's talking about the real Irish mob, right? From Dublin, and they ain't playing around. And Tommy's like, man, so Walter must really think the Serbians put out this hit, and it's only going to end one way. It's going to be a big war. And Tommy does explain, sometimes it has to get ugly. It has to end like that in order to get stuff done. The sad part is Tommy doesn't know that this whole Irish mob that's coming is going to be coming for him as well, and not just the Serbians. Now we get to your boy Gennard, and Gennard is down in the basement running his mouth about Diamond, running his mouth about Tommy, Dahlia, and how he's going to be taken back over. And of course, he is tired of Diamond and the stuff that he's done. They were blaming Tommy on Elijah. At the end of the day, y'all made that decision to roll with Tommy to make that move on the Serbians. Y'all could have said no, but y'all wanted to be a part of it. You already had this conversation. Gennard is down there talking about how he's, taking a fall for Diamond, allowing him to have this fake spot in the CBI organization to make it seem like he's running things. And now it is time to take back his spot. And he's talking about he's going to be taking over Dahlia as well. They find out that Tommy is the one that's pushing it, and they're pissed off. So, of course, Gennard is talking about it is time to go ahead and get rid of him. And the whole time, your boy Gennard did not know his brother Diamond was upstairs listening. So when he did walk upstairs, the look on Diamond's face was priceless. He could not believe that he was up there. He was shook, right? And he instantly changed it up or whatever, talking about, oh, I didn't know you was going to be up here. Now, Diamond played it off like, man, I didn't know y'all was down there. But he already understood what time it was. Now, of course, you already know how Gennard be acting all fake and stuff, praising his brother like, yeah, you said some good stuff or whatever. Gave him a little hug or whatever, but we know he's plotting and planning. And now we already know what your boy Diamond has to do. Hell, Diamond knows what he has to do. Your brother is planning to take you out, man. What are you going to do? Just sit around and allow all this to play out? No, it is time to do what you need to do. At the end of the day, yes, y'all blood, that's your brother, but it is time to put your brother in his place, because if you don't, you're probably going to end up dead or back in jail. Now, Tommy finally has a conversation with Claudia. He's like, man, I cannot get in contact with you. And of course, they end up talking about what happened to Vic. And your girl Claudia tells Tommy, like, look, the rumor is you had something to do with it. So what's going on? I mean, you never liked my brother anyway. You never respected him. I mean, I don't know if I can even trust you, right? Now, your boy Tommy told her, who in the hell told you this? I am the one that was trying to protect Vic and Gloria. I gave him a car, some keys. I told him to get out of town and take the back routes, but he did not listen. So you need to be questioning whoever told you this about what really happened, because it seems like it could be your source that end up putting out the hit on Vic, not me. Claudia, all she can do is just sit there. She's talking about all this stuff about Tommy setting up Vic, but we know all this talk is Walter Flynn. This is what he wanted. He wanted his kids both to be teaming up and going against Tommy. At the end of the day, the truth is going to come out. I told you guys, it's just a matter of time. I want to know what's going to happen, but it's sad to see all this stuff play out over some lies that Walter Flynn is putting out there. Then we get to Benneken, and he has decided to rob Diamond for the money that he needs. Now, this is a very interesting scene in my opinion, because Benneken mentions some very interesting details about the cop that's blackmailing him. He mentions that the cop is a Polak cop, which we know is Polish, right? Which lets me know whoever gave this cop information is probably Polish. Now, who is Polish and that is connected to the Flynn family? Your boy Paulie. And I'm going to tell you right now, y'all, this Paulie character, as I always told you, he's supposed to have a big role in this season. Man, I would not be surprised if he's pulling a lot of strings behind, everyone. And the whole time he is setting up plays. We're going to talk more about Paulie in this recap. But Diamond does end up giving Benneken some extra money, telling him like, look, we on the same side of the fence, man. Like, we doing the same thing pretty much. But we know Benneken, he wasn't trying to hear that, man. He just trying to get this money for his sister, and he blames Diamond for everything. Now, we get to your girl, Adrian. She is here, and she does ask Diamond about that knot on the top of his head. She's like, man, what the hell happened to you? Now, Diamond, he is in his feelings, and he's like, man, I found out some news about somebody that's close to me that I didn't know was, the truth, which he's talking about Jenard. He didn't know Jenard was going behind his back, plotting and planning. He's pissed off about that, which at the end of the day, I told you guys, Diamond knows what he has to do. He's going to have to neutralize his brother. Yes, that is your blood or whatever, but you have to get rid of this threat. This dude is going to be a problem, so we're going to see what Diamond is going to do. Now, Tommy pops up and he asks Diamond for some help. He tells him, like, look, he has some issues. Of course, we know Walter Flynn and the guys from Dublin, they are coming for him, and he needs some protection. Diamond tells him, like, look, he ain't about to get involved with no issues between Walter Flynn, the Serbians. He already done helped out, and he ain't trying to be doing that no more. And Tommy's like, well, it is what it is. I thought I could ask, and that's the best that I can do. Tommy understands he needs to go get protection, because if he doesn't, it's not going to end well for him. He got Walter Flynn and them coming at him. Ain't no way he about to sit there and just allow them to take him out. So Tommy says, you know what? Might as well go to Mirkovich and meet up with him myself and make a deal with him. He offers him, I believe, 1.5 or whatever, but he ends up paying him $2 million all together because he wants information on who shot and took out Gloria. He tells Mirkovich, like, look, he needs an army, and he gives him some intel that Dublin is coming. This war is about to blow up. And this is all, Mirkovich wanted. He's like, okay, you let me know who's coming for me. You let me know that, these guys from Ireland is coming and they ain't playing around. So I'm going to give you the army and the weapons that you need to handle this. Now, he does give him the information of the dude who popped Gloria, which we know was the twin. We knew this dude was going to die just based off what Tommy said at the beginning of the season. He says, well, he's going to get to kill him twice, which he ended up doing. This dude died twice. I know the actor that played this twin was probably, happy, like, man, I got to play two people that got took out by Tommy Egan in the same season. Now, Marshall and D-Mac, they go and meet Cousin Buddy. And Cousin Buddy, he's pissed off. He's about to go ahead and take out his cousin. He don't care about Marshall. He's like, look, y'all coming up here unannounced. Y'all ain't got nothing for me. I don't trust it. Now, your boy D-Mac pulls out that Dahlia. He says, look, we got some Dahlia. We got a brick of it. We ain't got no samples, and more of it is on the way. Screw CBI. We trying to do business with y'all. Cousin Buddy's like, look, get me 4 more bricks and a meet with your connect, and then we can talk. Now, these guys are setting up shop, but we know it's going to be some consequences because Cousin Buddy, is going to go back and tell Gennard exactly what these two dudes end up doing, which is going to end up being bad for your boy D-Mac at the end of the episode. Now, we get to the part of the episode that I did not like. Like, really? This just had to happen. Like, really? So it seems like Claudia was planning on taking down the Serbians herself, and she's walking up, and of course, she sees Tommy Egan out there talking to Mirković in broad daylight. And I'm looking like, this cannot be happening. Like, it had to happen right here. She had to be the one to see this. So now in her head, she has more of a motive to go against Tommy. Now in her head, she's like, man, he is working with the Serbians. So of course, she runs back to her pops and Vic and tells them like, look, you were right. Tommy is working with the Serbians and we need to take him out. And this is great news for Walter because he's like, man, you know, that lie that I'm thinking in my head actually worked. You know what I'm saying? The kids think Tommy Egan is doing something with the Serbians, and it seems like that's what he is doing. And of course, the kids are telling him they will do whatever he wants them to do, no questions asked. He tells Vic he needs him to lead the army. Now we get to your boy Gennard, and as I told y'all, Cousin Buddy done let him know exactly what D-Mac and Marshall has done. And Blackson is like, man, ain't no way these dudes got Dahlia. Like, what's going on? They come to a conclusion that Tommy Egan is working with D-Mac, especially since D-Mac was acting kind of shaky when it came to taking down Tommy. So now Gennard is like, look, we gonna pop both of them young boys because we ain't about to have them moving on us like that. Now, D-Mac goes back to Tommy. He's happy. He's like, man, I made a good deal with Gary. We good. We gonna have, you know what I'm saying, Dahlia down in Gary, Indiana. Your boy Tommy's upset. He's like, look, kid, are you crazy? How did you even know that I wanted to expand down there? Like, what is going on with you? You making bad deals with Gennard? I mean, you still have the rest of your life to do good. You don't got to do this. And he tells him you ain't got to be shooting up clubs and stuff like that. And he finally tells D-Mac the truth. Like, look, I know JP is your pops and I am your uncle. Like, we family. And D-Mac was very upset. He's like, ain't no way. Pulls the strap out on him. Tommy's like, look, I know you're not going to pull the trigger because you ain't no killer for real. And Tommy wasn't lying. I mean, this dude is not a killer. And of course, they end up talking about who is going to tell JP the truth of him being his pops. And Tommy's like, look, we both going to do it because I'm not going there by myself. We might as well just do it together. We are family and we going to fix this. So everything seems cool as of right now. We just got to wait and see how JP is going to, take the news. Now, as Tommy and D-Mac are walking, we see the big body Tahoe pull up and they get the spraying. Now, Tommy was able to catch someone slipping, and we know the big body Tahoe, they caught your boy D-Mac slipping and he ends up getting popped. And now Tommy's like, man, I got to get you to a hospital. I got to make sure you are good. And he is able to get D-Mac to the hospital. I believe he's going to be all right. Now, Tommy does call JP and let him know what happened. And JP's like, why did you call me for this? Like, what's going on? And he tells him that kid that been, shooting up your club is your son. And he brings out the picture. He shows JP the picture. Of course, JP's like, really, dude? Like, how long have you known this? Tommy tells him he's been knowing about it for a while. He was just waiting for the perfect time to tell him. And of course, JP was pissed off. He's like, man, the perfect time to tell me was when you found out the first time. So now he has to go in to make sure his son is okay. But we know that JP is pissed off. Just based off that episode 10 trailer, it seems like this dude want to go out there and put in that work. So we going to see if that happens next week. Now we get to the end of the episode. The 4 horsemen, they come, they meet up with Walter Flynn. And of course, the topic of discussion is Claudia. Like, what is Claudia doing? You know what I'm saying? She ain't supposed to be going to war doing this. And Walter Flynn is like, look, y'all got the guns. That's cool. But y'all need my daughter's intelligence to win this war. Plain and simple. So he ain't going for that. He lets them know that Claudia will be helping out. Now, Walter Flynn, remember, he told Vic he wants him to lead. He wants him to lead this whole, war. And that's exactly what your boy Vic is going to do. He said, look, we're about to destroy the Serbians, but more importantly, we need to take down Tommy Egan. So now your boy Vic thinks he's the man. You know what I'm saying? He got his big boy pants on, right? I mean, he thinks that he can take down Tommy Egan, which we know, let's just be honest. We know Vic ain't ready for no Tommy. I mean, this dude was wet behind the ears when Tommy first came to Chicago, messing up on deals. Remember, every deal that Vic was on at the beginning of the season, it always went bad. Luckily, Tommy was around to help save the dude, right? But Vic, I guess, believing his pops, this whole lie that's going around that Tommy has something to do with the Serbians. He's believing it and he's rolling with it. We know in next week's episode, a lot of truth will come out. And I'm hoping the truth about all of this does come out. I hope, Vic and Claudia find out that their pops was lying. Tommy had nothing to do with the Serbians' hit on Vic and Gloria, and that someone else let them know the location of Vic. It wasn't Tommy, and for some reason, y'all, and this is just my theory, and we're going to talk about this week, I got a feeling your boy Paulie may have something to do with it. We kind of briefly talked about it after the last episode. It's just crazy because Paulie was the one that went to Vic and told him about Walter meeting up with Tommy, but he never told Vic that Tommy stepped away or whatever. He made it seem like, Walter was just going to team up with Tommy and everything was going to be good. But he didn't give him all the details. Who else would have known where Vic was going to be, right? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm just reaching, but I got a feeling it's something about Paulie's character that we gotta talk about. And it's crazy how that Polish cop or whatever, this blackmailing Bennigan, all of a sudden he knows about Bennigan and what he's doing with Vic. Who else would know that type of information about Vic Flynn and Bennigan? The only other person that would know about that would be Paulie. Now, this is just my opinion. I just got that funny feeling, man, that your boy Paulie is doing some things behind the scenes. And maybe it's payback. Maybe he's pissed off about what happened. We know it is some details about his son that they kind of went over earlier on in the season. And it's also some details about what happened to his wife as well. So we're going to talk about that this week. So stay tuned for that. But you guys let me know, man, what do you think about episode 9? It definitely delivered. The whole leak, yes, it promoted the episode that much more, and it's gotten everybody talking about what's going to happen next in next week's episode, which will be the season finale. And then, y'all, we're going to go on a 6-month break from 50 Cent shows. I mean, it is what it is. I think it's going to go past fast because we still have some shows over the summer. It's going to keep us busy, or at least me busy. But hey, it is what it is. But thank you guys for all the love, all the support. I will be breaking down the what to expect for episode 10 very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.